Okay, I know what you're thinking. You either don't care about Jorge Prado, but if you didn't, you wouldn't have clicked on this video. So I have a feeling you kind of want to know what's going on, and I'm going to break it down to the best of my ability because I was out on this topic and I got reeled right back in. And it's like an abusive relationship where you just can't get enough of this saga that has gone on with Kawasaki and Jorge Prado. So Jorge is out of SMX, probably out from Kawasaki. I say probably because there's some wrinkles to this, and I'll give you everything that I know as of September 4th, 2025. Now, I don't want to sit here and harp on Jorge. So here's why, is he has not completely told his side of the story. If he came out and told his side of the story and said, this is why I'm doing these, this is why I'm doing this is why I'm doing that, whatever it is, then I could take it, digest it, and go, okay, either criticize or don't. But I need more of his info. I have reached out to Jorge, I have talked to him, and I've gotten a little bit from him, but I haven't gotten enough to really completely get the full picture. Because if you've ever been around drama or weird situations, you usually have side A, side B, and then the truth is somewhere right down the middle, right? So I don't think we're getting the full truth from Kawasaki. I don't think we're going to get the full truth from Jorge Prado because they're going to have their emotions that are tied to it. Now, here's what I'm hearing. Kawasaki does not want to let Jorge out of his contract until 12/31. So basically the last calendar day of this year. I don't know why they would do that because I don't think that benefits anybody. I don't think that benefits Jorge, obviously. That doesn't benefit Cowie either. Like, that's just, I guess, being petty to be petty. And I don't necessarily blame them for being upset about this whole situation because of all the time and money and effort that they've had to put into this whole situation has got to be pretty significant. But at what point do you just say, you know what? Let's just move on, dude. Like, let's just go. Who cares? We're done with this. We're done with you. We have Chase Sexton coming in and maybe somebody else, maybe Marchbanks for outdoors. I don't know. But they need to cut bait and just be like, we're out. We're done. We don't need to do this anymore. But from what I'm hearing is, and the biggest holdup is the Monster aspect of it. Cowie, I think, was ready to move on. I don't think Monster wants to. Monster puts a ton of money into the Kawasaki program and into our sport in general. They didn't want to lose Jorge Prado. They don't want to lose Jorge, but I think it's just getting to that point where it's not going to matter. And do I really understand it completely? No, because if I had somebody that I was sponsoring as 23 Media, I would not want them to stay part of 23 Media if they're like, hey, I want to go to another media company and I hate everything about your media company. I just be like, dude, we're out. Like, I don't care how bad one of my sponsors or partners wants to keep you as part of this program. You don't want to be here? Go. Like, it's totally okay. So he was supposed to race SMX. The entire plan was for Prado to race SMX. I have it from numerous people at Kawasaki. They wanted him to race SMX. It ended up not happening. I put out there that I really thought Jorge was going to ride SMX and race SMX. Everything, even Prado told me he was going to race SMX. It was supposed to happen. Obviously, something changed. It is kind of weird timing how I got that news or the information about Kawasaki not wanting to release him until 12/31 relatively recently, and then all of a sudden this happens, and I'm like, okay, maybe there is some truth to that, because if I was Prado, I'd be pissed, right? I'd be like, what, dude, are you serious? Like, you're gonna just keep me just to keep me until 12/31 and then cut me loose right then? So, which I think he would probably ride the other bike or the KTM and do all that stuff anyways, so I don't think it really matters. But it is weird. It is interesting that news kind of came out at the same time. Now, I did also talk to Kawasaki. There's no health issue. There's no injury. There wasn't a practice crash. I mean, the dude's been posting pictures, and I know he was actually at the Kawasaki track testing this week. I want to say it was on Monday and Tuesday. He was testing last week, he had plans to race. So something blew up, something happened, and I don't really know what, and it kind of sucks because this whole situation sucks because the more competition that we have, the better. And I don't want this to scare off GP riders from trying to come over here in the future because there is a huge pool of talent in the GP side of things. I want them to come over here. I want the best of the best in the entire world to come here and race. And so I don't want this to affect any of those guys. It remains to be seen if that happens. But the other aspect of it is I did talk to Jorge Prado. I talked to him directly. He is not ready, and I wish he was. He's not ready to go on and do a podcast or do a video or do an interview or anything like that. He's just not ready. He is 100% convinced, and you can say whatever you want about this. He is 100% convinced, and in his heart, that he knows he can win. He knows in his heart he can win races. Whether you believe that or not, doesn't matter. It's what that guy it thinks. That's what he believes, right? So he truly believes that he can win, and he's not at that level with the Kawasaki, and he's trying to get back to that. Whether that is with KTM, whether if they get screwed around too long and all of a sudden, I mean, maybe we get to the end of the year and he's going to have to take a different type of level ride. I have no idea. He wants to stay in the US. He wants to ride for KTM. He misses that brand. He misses that steel frame. He misses a lot of people that work there, right? And there's a whole side of this story that we're just not getting. And I don't know when it will come out. I do know that he is open to talking about it, and he's always been open with the media. He's always been open with his interviews and all that kind of stuff. He speaks from the heart, so I know eventually it's going to come out. Whenever that is, I don't know. But he still thinks he can win, and he still thinks that he can perform at the highest level. Whether he does or not, who knows? But I'm really bummed because I did want to see him in SMX. I did want to see him on more of a supercross style track that maybe in shorter pace. He's really good at starts, so like maybe he could have done good. I don't know. But I wanted to see him there, and I just wanted to see, I want to see the best version of him that we can possibly get, and then whatever happens after that, boom, that's what happens. It is what it is. And I've said this before on the podcast with my brother is, this is the best of both worlds. If he bets on himself, he goes, and if he doesn't produce, then everybody can say, look, it didn't work, it's not the bike, it's just you, he has no more excuses, right? So it's a win for the people that don't like him and the people that are critical of him. It's a win. But if he goes and performs and he does increase his outcome and his results and all that stuff, then it's a win for him. You know what I mean? Like this is a scenario that you'll get answers very quickly. I don't think it will be the exact same. I mean, I guess if it's the same results as it is now, that's not a good thing, right? So something is going to happen. I know I've talked to Prado a bunch of times and said, if you want to talk, I'm here for you. I won't clickbait you. I won't try and pigeonhole you into a weird answer. I'll let you talk, all that stuff, because I want to hear his side of the story. Just like whenever Hayden Deegan got in trouble, when Jet had his controversy, there's more to what happens than what you guys are seeing. So he's not racing SMX. Most likely his last race, or most likely you won't ever see him on Kawasaki again. And it's just drama. And like I said at the very beginning, I do feel like I'm in an abusive relationship with this. But you guys let me know what you think. Drop it in the comments. Drop it in wherever. Put it on forums, whatever. Bench race. Tell me what you guys think about it. I won't call you stupid. I won't call you dumb. I really enjoy the back and forth and all that stuff. So hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend. We're trying to build a good media company here, and I'm trying to deliver the best thing possible for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we get racing this weekend. So at least we get that. At least it's not just the off season of just drama. We're going to have some racing this weekend. So excited about that. So yeah, guys, we'll see you next week.